telly, you know, like ting 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 ting, you know, just forget the picture. And you know, like you might be watching a good film and that, and so like 5 or 10 minutes after, the telly just got fuzzy again, you know. So it wasn't until when we pick up the knock out the tapping spoon, you know, we just start use the tapping spoon myself, and I go around the back and I go ching 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 until the picture just come back, you know. Yeah, used to have fights on that with my brothers and sisters, but mainly my sister them, you know. Not like every fights on that, you know, but more time like, you know, could all, for instance, there was a time when I don't know, I must have done something to my sister Janice anyway. I think I did break up our dolly. She did have a dolly, you know. And I must have did break up the dolly or something like that, and a big argument started between me and Janice, you know. So being in me was into me swimming on them things. Janice, she must have found my goggles and me snorkeler. You know, the thing that help you to breathe, like a hosepipe thing, you know. Well, being into me break up Janice dolly now, she must have come downstairs and show me my goggles and my snorkeler. And she just get my goggles and just jump up and down on my goggles, you see. And me say, one big cry, you see. We just start arguing, you know, like nearly develop into a fight because me did love me goggles and me snorkeler. Being in more time when mommy them thinks is me bathing in the bath. That time in the water, you know, under the water with my goggles on and my snorkelers, you know. Just I try to learn to swim. Janice got jump up and down on my goggles, mash them up, you know. And I tell you, I was just gutted. But those were the days anyway, you know, when you're a child, you know. When you're a child of 7 anyway, you know, it's hard, you know, because more times you don't really, you might not get on with your brothers and sisters and that, but, you know, my sister just had broke up my goggles and that, boy, it just did hurt me bad, you know, but now I forgive her, and she forgive me for me breaking up our dolly, you know. Tell you, boy. Yeah, remember the Dutchie? Tell you, boy, the amount of food the Dutchie can hold and that, boy, it's remarkable, you know. Like, remember when my mom used to make corned beef, or to those like me, them days know it as bully beef, you know. Bully beef, spud, onion, tomato, peas, rice, everything, you know. From your cooking of that Dutchie, boy, the food just sweet you, serious. I love my mother cook food and my father cook food, you know. And when my dad used to make the dumpling them, boy, especially the jack, when you taste the jack and that, boy, your mouth just run water. Because my mother used to make the small dumpling them, yeah. But my dad used to make the small one them, but when it come to making the jack, you know, the big dumpling that just cover the size of the frying pan, that is when you know, say, yeah, you're tasting something for real. You know, because I used to just make them big jack and just share it, you know, for the night away. You know, even if it's a little bump we get each and that, you know. Used to just, you know, make sure say everybody get a piece of the jack. The dumpling them, me used to love my mother one as well as my father one. You know? There's a time when mommy never know about defrost in the fridge. The way of mommy defrost in the fridge, right? What she did do, she did open the fridge, the freezer, and she get her big knife and she just get the knife and chip off the ice, you know? Just feel like, no, she just chipping the ice away, right, just to try to defrost the fridge. But what she never did know, right, she should have either turn it down with the gauge or plug it out, that it would have defrost itself. Anyway, the way mommy defrost it, she must have chip, with the big knife. And it wasn't until when she hears something I got so. She asking us is what? You know, that time we never did know say she break the element of the freezing compartment, you know, because the way she stab it, you know, it bore a hole in the something that there's no way that fridge gonna freeze again, you know. So over the years and that, like, you know, she realized no, if she want to defrost the fridge, she will just plug out the fridge. If not, you know, you just turn it down by the gauge and it will defrost itself. I could remember when mommy used to wash the carpet, you know, the dining hall carpet. What she used to do is soak it up with soap and water and that, right? And she used to get a knife and just scrape out the dirt with the knife, you see. And it's just the knives of the knife, really, and the scraping here, and it just, you know, just didn't make you want to vomit, you know. But the carpet was lugger with enough dirt and grime and you name it, dog doodle, puss doodle, rat doodle, it was in the carpet. But mommy go down on her hands and knees and scrape the carpet clean with the knife, you know. I can remember it was a white angle knife, you know, big knife. And she just was a scrape until she get the carpet clean. But what she did have to do, right, to dry out the carpet and that, she bring it outside and just put it on the wall, you know, where Scamp and the Fosters them was. She just put it on the big wall for it to just dry out and that, you know. But those was the days, boy, because we never did have no valeting hoover, you know, those hoover that can clean the carpet, like wet and dry and them things. Those days it was just knife, soap and elbow grease, you know. But those was the days. I can't even remember when I was a little baby, you know, when mommy used to like give me like some rock. You know, she used to put rock in my mouth, you know. Probably I was about 2 or 3, you know. But thinking back now about it, I feel say she just to give me the rock, yeah, that I could eat it, go to sleep, that she could either sneak out and go down Auntie Monica, you know, just to see her for about, whether it's 15-20 minutes, you know. And there was times like while I was growing up and that, you know, me used to watch where mommy was going, you know. Like me in the room upstairs and that, and I draw up the window and I put my head up just to see where mommy was going, but I could see that she was going down Auntie Monica. And it's like me just watch until mommy turning to go to Auntie Monica. And then 2-2s on me is something just a slide. Before me could even look up on that, the window just slide down and clamp my neck. The window just draw right down upon my neck and that, and me just snap. Me get stuck. You know, me I shout out and bawl out through the window, you know, for people for help and that, you know. And if me not lying, I think it's Mrs. Robinson must have did go down the chings them to tell mommy say me head get stuck in the window, you know. Mommy come running back and she draw the window up anyway and pull me out and that and beat me and say, you brute you, who tell you if you put your head out of the window, you know. I can remember that to this day, you know. But boy, still me shouldn't have been nosy, but with the bedroom window, you know, it's like you draw it up and it's supposed to stay up because it's on 2 weight. But being inside one side did break now, you know, the other side couldn't really balance, and I feel say when the window must have dropped down upon my neck now, the next side did break, you know. That's why it just come down upon me fast and that, boy, and it's a good job say mommy come in time, or else we don't even know without if I would be here this day if you tell the story, you know. But is when she draw the window up now and draw me out, the thing says she was gonna like, you know, like smother me and hush me, you know, if you stop crying, but she just must have take her shoes out, whether if it was her backless shoes anyway, and lick me and just beat me with it and just say, you brute you, who tell you if you stick your head out of the window. Oh boy, those was the days. But boy, as I said, I did feel sorry when I was watching Daddy going to work in the cold, you know, going to work in the cold and coming in from the cold, you know, all when the road them icy. All time Daddy are riding bike and that, and oh, he managed to keep on him bike and that in the snow and the ice, I don't know. And there was a time when Daddy must have get run over on him bike and Uncle Peter come round 22 St. Mark's Road beating on the door and that, you know. Them times we never used to walk the door because we never know who was at the door. And it wasn't until when Uncle showed through the letterbox and we go and walk the door. And he was asking where Mommy was and whatever, and, you know. Anyway, we managed to get Mommy. And Uncle tell Mommy said Daddy get run over, knocked down by a car, you know. And end up in the man windscreen. And go through the man windscreen and end up in the passenger seat. But I tell you, Daddy was lucky to be alive to this day because, you know, it was a bad accident in the dark. You know, all his foot them broke up on that, and there was times when I used to stay with Daddy in the bed and that, and sometimes when we get up now to go to the toilet for pee-pee, you know, you know, me forget not to step on Daddy's leg, you know, me trying to find a space that me couldn't step on his foot them, and me managed to step on his foot them, and it's just the way he was just a moan and groan boy with the pain. He was in so much pain on that boy. You know, I just did feel sorry for him, you know. But boy, those was the days. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can remember the press. Remember the press? Yeah, the wardrobe. I can always remember when Mommy used to send me upstairs to get something out the wall. Well, out the wardrobe, but them days like we didn't know it as the press, being inside back home where Mommy and Daddy them from, and that is the press them they call it, you know. And I can remember Mommy used to send me upstairs for whether if it's to get our purse out of the press or to get some form of clothing outside in the press, you know. Even when Daddy come in from work and that, him used to say, run upstairs son and, you know, go get this thing out of the press or go get my hat out of the press and them thing, you know. It's only like nowadays, you know, as wardrobe, we know it as being inside we grew up. And that, yeah, we know it as wardrobe, but like if we was to say to somebody that don't have no Jamaican heritage in them and that, like, them would know what press is, them would feel so press is like when you have press bell and them thing there. But the press was the wardrobe, you know. So more time like if somebody said, looking at the press and get my clothes or my shoes and that, you know, say is wardrobe then mean, yeah, not press. Alright. Remember the Pt2 cream? I can always remember when Mommy used to send me in our vanity case to go get the Pt2 cream, you know, that she can either rub it on my foot or my chest, or, you know, whether to rub on bed them, you know. The Pt2 cream used to do wonders for all the way anyway. You know, Pt2 cream. All the pressure cooker, remember the pressure cooker? Most families them days anyway did a pressure cooker, you know, the one with the thing, it looked like a big bullet, you know. All the time you can take it off and that, but, you know, while it's on and that, it just go like say it's gonna go explode. But the pressure cooker boy used to hold enough meat on. You know, used to, the us's anyway, are 7 children and my parents, you know, it used to fill with belly. Whether if it was mutton, Mommy was a cook, or goat belly, cow foot and whatever, you know, Mommy used to cook it in the pressure cooker, you know. Those were the days, I tell you. Yes, Mommy, I just would like to apologize again. Although I keep saying it to you over and over again. I'm just sorry for giving you all the troubles when I was a young little baby. You know, up to all, you know, when I was growing up and when we used to just give you hell and trouble, you know. But all the beating you give me on that, right, I did deserve it, you know. And I just thank you for, you know, putting me the right way still. It's just that, although when I was young and I didn't love getting beaten, and I did deserve it. Or when you used to beat me on that boy, I used to get hoarse up. You know, when you get hoarse up and your voice sound dry and you can't even hear what you really have said. It sound like say it's whisper, yeah, whisper. But I used to hoarse up bad boy with all the crying me used to do. One time I used to sound like Alec As I said, Alec used to just, I mean, know say certain time come on that. Him know say daddy coming in from work. He will go right by the front door, put him toe on over him face, and all him a do is so when daddy come in from work now we'll ask, what's up son? And then the leader said that Mick throw this after him, or Carol did this, or somebody do, you know, and we'll just exaggerate more time and we'll just go by the front door because you know so daddy gonna give him money, or you know, buy him sweetie or Chris or whatever, you know. But Fridays was the days that we was looking forward for daddy coming home from work, because we know say it was pocket money there, and fish and chips and pop, yeah. Sometimes dad would bring the odd plat up bun or the flat bun, you know. I mean plat up hard-dough bread or the flat hard-dough bread, you know. But I tell you, the bread used to go in no time. No time. Especially when mommy used to buy like the sliced bread. We used to fight over the bread back, you know. As mommy used to go low cost, especially if me do go shopping with mommy. And that me used to make sure so me open the bread and take out the two bread back, the one at the top and the one at the bottom. And then just tape up back the bread before it even reach down the house, you know. So that me know so me have the bread back to eat. As them days the bread back used to be about that thick. Used to probably make you get about 3-4 slices out of one bread back, you know. And if me never get all of the bread back on that, Bev or Janice would beat me to it. So more time like when there's bread in the house and that would, when there's bread in the house and that would have to make sure say we have the bread back that we can use it for ourselves, you know. Whether if we toast it or you know, just eat it so. But either way it tastes good. Those was the bread back days, because more time if it did come to the crunch we used to all fight over the bread back, you know. That time we all dig into the bread paper, because it was paper them days, you know, where it just ripped quick. And more time all the bread just scatter on that, and you know, it used to be hell, because more time if we fight over it and that we'll get beaten off mommy same way, you know. So, you know, I think if we're not lying that we used to have a rota that we know who was going to have the bread back next, that there would be no fighting over it, you know. But the bread back days, boy, it was the bomb, it was the business. And I tell you, the bread back them just to taste sweet them days, you see. Sweet. Yes, mommy, you can remember your big black fur coat. I tell you, boy, them days you did feel and look $1 million with that big black fur coat. You know, it looked like a black puss, but the fur coat was the bum, because that used to keep me warm more time, you know, if I was using it as a blanket or not, you know. I don't know if his daddy did buy it for you, but it was a nice fur coat, you know. All daddy, I don't know, well, you must can remember the side pockets daddy used to have. You remember daddy, the side pockets you used to have? We used to have them too, on Alec, Vin, Claude used to wear with side pockets to school. But the only thing is, like, more time when you sit down and you have money in your pocket, just roll out your pocket on them thing there. But you know, you did look cool with your side pockets, daddy, because you did have the bum one, you know. You did have about 6 buttons going up, and you did have the flap going over your side pockets so that your money couldn't fly out of your trousers, you know. The money couldn't slide out of the pocket. All the platform shoes them, I tell you, those was the days when them was in style, because you yourself, daddy, used to have some as well, remember? Yeah, you did look like a proper kicks boy them days, you know. Even when you used to go down the pub, down the Oak Tree, down on Brooklyn Street, as more time if a phone call did come for you, or if mommy did phone for you, and I used to sneak out the house and run down the pub and give you the message, you know. And me know some more time when we go down the pub and that, you'd buy me 2 Chris or bring back some peanut. If not peanut, it was cashew nuts and them things, yeah. But, you know, even your Chinese and that, you used to buy some Chinese and bring back and come give we. Especially like more time when you come in from work and that. And mommy set your dinner out, giving you. You know, you used to give me a lot of your dinner. You know, like, you know, you used to like say you're hungry, son. Although we wasn't hungry and that, it was just that craving that we did want more than we fair share. But the food that you used to give us on that, it used to just fill with stomach proper, you know. Because mommy used to give you a big plate of food. Plus she used to give you either pineapple juice or nutriment. Remember the see-through glass, it was like a pint glass, see-through. Normally mommy used to give you like pineapple juice, if not punch. You know, remember the punch mommy used to make for not just you, but we used to have a little bit as well. She used to make it out of moccasin beer, like with egg and whatever, you know, but we said that used to be lovely. Nutriment, pineapple juice, carrot juice, because I used to help mommy grate the carrots them, you know, that she can make the carrot juice and that, you know, whether if it was like for Sunday dessert or in the week. But I can always remember that see-through white glass you did have. It was like a pint glass, but it never did have an angle on it. You know, it was just a straight sort of narrow glass, but big, probably could have won more than a pint. But I can always remember when you used to give me some of your dinner and your drink. Although mommy used to like say, "I'm not hungry, him eat already, him belly full. You eat the dinner." You remember that, daddy? Alright. Bev and Janice, and I remember the duffel coats mommy did buy for the big thick blue duffel coat them with the sort of cork buttons, you know. Remember them? Although I tell you, them used to warm, especially the booty them mommy did buy for you, you know, cause more time if it's mommy and Auntie Monica going to the market or going uptown, them used to buy more or less the same clothes and that, you know. For 1 or 2, as well as Christine, Sylvia, Vivian, Carrie and Marie. Yeah, even Ewan and Clinton and the rest of us, as in Alec, me, Conrad and Alvin. You know, mommy used to, you know, she used to have to look around and see if she could get, you know, certain things at a reasonable price on them things. Or when mommy and Auntie Monica, them sent us down VG shop down D Road, because there was a sugar ration. Remember the sugar ration? Mommy have to send us down for you go buy, you know, see if we can get more than £2 of sugar. Sometimes we used to come back with all like 4, if it's not £4, it was £6 of sugar that, you know. We used to like go home and put on some different clothes, change with disguise and that, and change the clothes we were in that we could jug out more sugar. Or when there was a bread ration, we all did have to go and jug out bread as well as the sugar. You know, disguise ourselves and change up our appearance and that. There was us as the Larders, the Chins, the Hines and the Spence. I can remember when all of us used to go down the same shop down VG, we go jug out the sugar and the bread then. Yeah. Those days was hard times, boy, but it was days that I could never forget. Talking about duffel coat again, I sure some me used to have one myself, a dark grey one, a thick one with a hood on it. So it wasn't just Bev and Janice did have duffel coat, you know. Even the Chins as well as the Hines and the Spence, them used to wear duffel coat as well, as far as I can remember anyway. But the duffel coat them was that warm and that boy used to, you know, look after we. And it's like say while we growing up now and we grow out of the duffel coat or the booty or trousers and that and skirts with the girls and that, mommy them used to pass them down to the next younger ones below we, you know, so that them can grow into the clothes instead of throwing it where not, you know. Even though we're judging clothes, because anytime we come in from school we have to change and put on our judging clothes that we can go out and play, you know, whether in the garden or wherever, you know. We used to have judging clothes, you know. Yeah, man. I can even remember when we used to live at 61 Dalton Street that we did end up fighting with the Chins as well as the Spence. You know, I don't know what it was about. I think it was to do with some tennis ball. You know, that the Chins must have come for and we wouldn't give them back. And Pt2s, Angela, Vivian, nothing, Christine, them they come down to fight with. You know, so me was on top of the coal house, you know, where we used to keep the coal out the back of me. Just to get the map, the wet map, and me just push it in Vivian's face just to push her away. You know, and Angela was the same on that, but I can't remember. I must have did scratch Angela, whether on her face or her neck or not, you know. And we managed to capture the ball and that, because in the first place them shouldn't have come on to try cause any trouble, would we? But you know, we did catch up with the Chins and the Spence, you know, but in the end everything did make up lovey-dovey and cuddly. I can tell you, when I was small, you know, probably 5, 7 and that, you know, I didn't really like going to the market with Mummy to help out with the shopping, but you know, when you think about it now, you know, I could see why I had to go with her shopping, because she had a lot to carry, you know. Sometimes Mummy used to go around down to Auntie Monica and both of them would come out shopping, you know, because I can remember Auntie Monica did have, remember the 2-wheeler basket, you know, that she put her groceries and all that in. She did have a nice big straw basket anyway that she used to push around down at the market and them thing. That time Mummy did have a different version to that, but it was better than like just carrying the heavy bag them without, you know, without no wheels on it or not, you know. But I tell you, more time walking around at the market, I used to get fed up, especially when Mummy used to stop and talk with our friend them, or our friend them stop her and them start talk about this, that and the other. The only thing we did like about going to the market was when, you know, Mummy friend them might like say, is this Mick? Is this your little Mickey? You know, my grow biggie? And then is when them go in them purse and them take out half a crown or 6 pence and give me. And that, you know, it used to put a smile on my face, cause, you know, say, as me reach home and that, me go to the shop, we go buy sweetie with it. But half a crown and 3 pence, 6 pence them days was a lot of money, you know. So really and truly it was a benefit. We did make still, because more time when we go to market and that now, if me see some of Mummy, them friend or Mummy them friends see me, you know, them now me say, here's a 3 pence or half a crown to buy yourself some sweetie. And boy, me used to take it and just put it in my pocket. If I didn't go home and spend it and that, I used to just put it in my mileage tin, you know, the tin that me just save all my money in until it full up. Yeah, man. Yeah, as I said, it's like being at the market and that, it's like every stall, nearly every stall Mummy was stopping at, you know, just to look and see if she could get a bargain, you know, whether if it's food or clothes or not, you know. She used to just stop here, so there, so, and, you know, it used to do me legs in as well. So more time Mummy might just leave me by the subway, you know, right by the market gate, and just tell me to wait there with the luggage, or she just go back in the market to go buy whether fish or chicken or something, you know. Sometimes you used to come with me, you know, because Auntie Monica was there as well, and sometimes Ian and Colin, you know, cause Auntie Gia and Auntie Sadie would be probably with them, but it was mainly Mummy and Auntie Monica all the time, being instead of them just did live down the road from one another. But those was the good old days anyway, you know. Or when Daddy used to take us to the park and that, because we used to have a dog named Toby, and we said Toby was a dog that, you know, Toby was just, you know, he was that good with us and that, right, that, you know, he was just excellent. I did buy the dog for £1 anyway, off Mr. Finley. And I can remember when Marie used to tease us and say, is where your £1 dog there? That time, you know, she come down the house and that. So Marie used to like say, you 1 pound dog not good. So me used to just take the dog round the back in the entry. So when me know say Marie ready to go home and that, me used to run out down the road. Run out down the road with the dog, you see. And Toby used to just bark and I run after Marie. Marie scream down the place and I say, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. You know. And I can remember one time was I run down Marie with Toby and Marie must have did trip up and she just scrape up the wall of her knee. You see, you should have seen blood. Blood just a drop on her dry foot then. You know, but you know, my managed to just help her up on that and just pull Toby away from her. That was good. You see, from there now, Marie, you know, from the incident with Toby when me run her down and she trip up, you know, she did stop call me dog 1 pound dog, you know, because every time she did come round down our house and that she had to be careful with what she said. Because anytime she was to tease the dog and that, we used to just set for her and just run her down St. Mark's Road with the dog. And Marie, you know, especially, she didn't love dogs. Although they did have a dog named Prince until they must have was a play with the dog and the dog running on the road and car go knock it down, you know. So them did bury it in them back garden. But the time when me did tell Marie that we train them dog and that, you know, probably it would have lived a longer life, but them must have feel so them they train it right, but them never teach it for do curb drill, because the dog just run out straight into the road and just get licked down both one time. But going back with the park now, Daddy used to take us down West Park, you know. That time him having blue flared side pockets and platform shoes, you know. But I tell you boy, Daddy could just walk fast, you see. Because them days and that boys like say Daddy was a run. That's the way it did look to us, the way he was a walk. It was like say he was running, you know. And we had to like run to catch him up on that, you know. The 7 away might take down the park to play football and, you know, look on the boats and feed the duck them and them thing. And give Toby a good run on the grass. But boy, I said Daddy was a fast walker. You know, we had to like run up and catch him up because every time he keeps saying, well, no, come on, no, stay in front of me that we can sooner. You know, but up to this day, Daddy still a walk fast and, you know, you just fit try catch up with him now. If not, you know, you have to just walk fast same way. Yeah. I'm talking about the park. There was a time when I was running a boat in West Park, you know, and due to me trying to don't make Carol pay any money to come on the boat now, we tell her to go around the corner and we will row the boat and that she can come in the boat with me and we can have a free ride, you know, a free boat ride. But it wasn't until Carol, when we reached by the riverbed, Carol put one foot in the boat. That time he was trying to keep the boat still that she can come in the boat. But as Carol put one foot in the boat, now the boat start draw away. And as the boat draw away, Carol draw forward towards the water. And then the next thing, Carol just dropped into the water and she started screaming on the place and that, you know. And she cut up her foot, you know, in the water with all the struggle and that. But me managed to draw out of the water. And mommy them come running round, you know. That time Carol lose her national health glasses. She did have some sort of round glasses, some round national health glasses. I don't know if them was like a browny pink colour, but them did last in the water anyway. So mommy did have to go and get some more of the national health glasses for her. And I tell you boy, from that day, we don't even know if Carol started learning to swim yet, but them days she couldn't swim, you know. But, you know, it's a good job that God was on our side because anything could have did happen, you know. Because the way Carol was struggling in the water and that, it was a good job we could swim if that was the case, but we managed to draw her out of the water and put her back on the sidewalk, you know. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, as I said, Toby was a good dog, you know, because when we used to take him to the park and that, we used to throw the ball and that, and we used to sometimes anyway, I used to bring back the ball to it. If not, I used to just run away, you know, and play elsewhere down in the park, you know. And it wasn't until when the Fosters decided that them go buy a dog, you know, and them call the dog Scamp. Yeah. But Scamp was a good dog as well, you know. It wasn't until one day, you know, Scamp must have met up an accident and him did have to get him tail chopped off, you know. So them did have to chop him tail right by him bottom, you know, so him did have a short tail. But even so, Scamp was a good dog, you know, because it was a good guard dog as well as Toby, you know. And it's like, so we used to have dog battles and that, but, you know, in the end, like, we win. We win with the dog battle and that. But Scamp, don't beat Scamp and Toby days, you know, memories. Yeah, I can always remember the church days, you know. It's like, say, every Saturday night, we used to more or less stay up to watch Appointment with Fear, you know. But me knowing, say, me have church in the morning and that, me used to give any excuse, you know, not to go to church, you know. Like, even when Mommy used to call us in the morning, like, to get up, we go to church and that. You know, me used to like say me tired and them things, but Mommy used to say, me don't care if you're tired or not, you still going to church. More time when me know, say, me gonna get ready to go to church, me used to hide one of my shoes. So, you know, me know, say, me wanna go to church and that. But Mommy did click on, you know, like, over the years that was using my brain, you know. So more time she used to say, even if you lose 1 foot of your shoes or 2, you're gonna go walk and go to church same way, barefoot, with or without shoes, you know. So there was no getting away. I still ended up had to go to church, you know, because Brother Deans used to come around early in the morning to take us to Sunday school. That time we was going to Old Hall Street in town. Remember Old Hall Street Church? It was like a cinema or something, so that pastor them used to rent, you know, but it was on Old Hall Street. So Brother Deans used to come around in him Comma van. Remember him blue Comma van? And he used to like toot him on about 2 times. Beep, beep. That time we know him outside ready for we. But normally he used to pick up the chins them first and then come and pick us up, you know. There was a time when me and Christine must have did have some argument and she must have did scratch me in my face. This was like down at church, you know. But it did carry on when Brother Deans was taking us back home now. So it wasn't until when Brother Deans dropped us off and that, as soon as me get up out of the chair in the van and that, me quickly just punch Christine, you know. Me punch her and then me run out of the van and Christine just come out and start run me down and that, and me just run fast. It was not till Christine was a run me down and that until our backless shoes drop off. One of our backless shoes drop off and that. So me just circle back around and pick up our backless shoes and just throw it on one of the house roof. I think one of the roofs on Clifton Street. If it wasn't Clifton Street, it was on Lord Street. And it wasn't until when our mom come back from church now, she come around by my parents' house, you know, and tell me off and ask me, you know, as how comes we end up fighting. So me just explain to her what happened. But in the end I had to go and climb on the roof and get back Christine backless shoes and give her, not to apologize to her, you know. But those were the days anyway. Good old days. Yeah, more over the years anyway, more time Brother Deans was teaching Linton Deans to drive, you know, until when Linton took over and start drive the Comma van, Brother Deans blue Comma van. So more time when Linton used to come around in the van, he used to, you know, like blow him on and that, you know. Sometimes we used to call him prep, you know, the way he used to prep the hand. And is the way Linton used to drive the van. He used to have like a stiff, thick neck. You know, we used to just take the mickey out of his neck, you know, cause he used to like look on you like saying he was a robot and that. He used to say, yes, Brother Deans, no Brother Deans. Yes, Sister Deans, no Sister Deans, you know. But it was a laugh, Linton, you know. Yeah, prep. Those was the days anyway. Especially I can always remember the blue Comma van. That will always stick in my brain. Brother Dean's blue Comma van. Yeah, I can always remember when we used to we moved out of 22 St. Mark's Road to move to 61 Dalton Street. And we had a settee, a long settee chair. And how Daddy do it, I don't know. And just put the settee, the big long settee, heavy chair on him head and carry it from St. Mark's Road to 61 Dalton Street. But them days was hard times for all the way anyway, because we couldn't really afford to get a removal van or a removal truck or whatever, you know. So most of the stuff we did have to either carry by on or get, you know, like other people to put in them car and drop down 61, you know. It was just the way that they carried the settee on him chair, and him did have something in one hand on like a bag. How him do it, I don't know. But he's a strong person, that, you know. Yeah. 61 Dalton Street was a smaller house, but with 22 St. Mark's Road now, Daddy was like renting out the rooms, you know, cause I can remember Mr. Douglas used to live there, Gwen, Hilda, Brown, and if I'm not lying, some man named Barry or something, so. But you know, Dad already renting out that house, so buy a next house, which was 61 Dalton Street. But 61 Dalton Street, the stairs wasn't straight, it was like a spiral stairs. As you reached on the bottom, it did turn, you know. But the house was a nice little house still, you know. Wasn't as cool as 22 St. Mark's Road. There's a time when I can remember when my grandfather died, you know. Mommy didn't know anyway at the time. And I can always remember it was on a Friday, you know, and it wasn't until when Mommy come in and that, you know, we all, me and my brothers and sisters, we said that, you know, like when Mommy come in, we like count to 3 and just break the sad news to her. So it wasn't until when Mommy come in the dining hall now, you know, we counted like 1, 2, 3. After we'd said 3 now, we said, Mommy, grandfather dead. And Mommy just screamed down the place, and she was like a wild puss, but I did feel it for her, you know. Because I didn't really know grandfather as such, but you know, I can always remember him thick eyebrows them, and when he used to stand up by the door with brother Deacon Bell, you know. But those, you know, those were the days anyway. I think grandfather must have did slip down in the snow, you know, and he must have catch pneumonia or something, so I'm dead. But you know, it was just breaking the news to Mommy, which was the saddest part, really, you know. So it's only now, like, over the years now, we know, say, Mommy easy if you frighten and fret, so we have to be careful how we break certain news to her or not, you know. Because there's only one mother we have and one father, and, you know, I love them both dearly. Yeah. All Sister Treasure, she used to live more or less opposite us on Dalton Street, you know, and Mr. Treasure. But, you know, them, as far as I know anyway, them dead and gone now. You know, if not, I know, say, Sister Treasure died some years back. Or Miss Miller, remember Miss Miller? Mrs. Miller and Judy Miller. I'll indulge it sing next door, because more time we did have the drop money telly. You know, sometimes that, before Daddy did go to the pub and that, used to leave some half a crowns on top of the telly, you know, that we can put in the telly and that. But is when the money run out now, that time we used to watch Appointment with Fear, like Frankenstein or some other horror film anyway. But it wasn't until when the money run out now that all that we just quickly put our ears to indulge it them house, the Indians next door. Some of us did get like cup and some glass and put to our ears that we could hear the rest of the film, you know. We used to like watch all Randall and Hopkirk, Deceased, The Champions, you know, and Simon Temple and them things, you know. That time we used to be sitting down, eating our fish and chips and drinking our Corolla pop. You know, those were the good old days. Yeah, I can also remember when we did have an iron that we did have to put on the fire, you know. That time we did cut the cord off the iron because the iron wasn't working. But being at all times catcher and that, we did have to either put the iron on the fire or if not on the stove, just to iron with clothes on them thing there. On all the iron board, we never did have no legs for the iron board to stand upon. So we'd have to like cut the iron board on 2 chairs, like 1 chair on that side and the next chair on that side. And we just did have to balance the board, you know, that we could iron with clothes on them thing, you know. Or even the bed, I can remember bed, you know, after did rest on brick. As I can remember, there was a time when Mommy was running upstairs to beat me on my eye underneath the bed. It was not until when Bev then lift up the bed so Mommy can draw me out, you know. 2 of the bricks must have drop, you know, so the bed would have lose its balance and that, so we did have to set the brick them back that we could keep the bed on a level pace. So we did have about 6 bricks rolling up the bed, the double bed in Bev them room. Those were the days. I can always remember when we was all around the dinner table eating our soup. I think it was soup anyway we was eating, and Carol got to sneeze. That time she was eating our dumpling. And it's when Carol sneezed now, the dumpling just fly out her mouth and splash in the soup, and I don't know, you know, the soup must have splashed in her face or something so. But it was just funny at the time when she did sneeze out the dumpling, you know. Because Mommy used to make enough dumpling, you know, that it could full way up on them thing. I tell you boy, more time, you know, sometimes the dumpling buying up my belly. At more time when I was ready to go toilet and that boy, the dude just draw some tears to my eye, you see. Because as I said from before, it's when me sit down on the toilet boy and I try doodle, and I have to strain, you know. When I strain and that living eye water come out of my eye, you know, that time I go, and sometimes the doodle like come out halfway, and then is when me go for take a breather now, the doodle go back inside me and that boy, and me have to just start up all over again. But boy, them days when my belly used to bind up, you see, used to be hell, man. Yeah, we used to have like some vintage bed and vintage press, wardrobe should I say, you know, but the press was solid, you know. All the dressing table solid, real wood and that, but like it's like nowadays all them I make them out is like chipboard and them thing there. As you pull out the angle for the drop, it come out, the wall of the angle just come off in your hand. But like back in the 60s and 70s, you know, we did have a good dressing table, and the press as well was wicked, you know. All the grip, we used to hold some clothes in the grip, and up to now Mommy have this big trunk, you know, that she's had for years, and that it used to like hold enough of with clothes, you know, because Mommy used to put up a lot of the clothes for us, you know, that we can either grow into it or, you know, pass it down to the next little one, you know, whether with brother or sister or not. Mommy used to like buy and put up, you know. All like rag, soap, toothpaste and them things, because sometimes, you know, when we're brushing our teeth and the toothpaste run out, and even if you squeeze it and that, none wouldn't come out. Sometimes we would have to tear the toothpaste bottom and open up the metal, because it was like a metal something tin. And then we used to just put the toothpaste in the thing and just scour the toothpaste out, you know, that we can brush my teeth. But it's when hard times liquid and the toothpaste run out and that, sometimes it's all like sauce of water and salt that me have to put on my finger and just brush my teeth with my finger, you know, because sometimes if the toothbrush broke and that, you know, me have to use my finger, you know, and just put some salt and use water, just you know, brush my teeth, you know. But why, those are the days. Sometimes like my room at 22 St. Mark's Road was like the powerhouse, you know. Everything was running from my room. You know, if you want electric, you have to come to my room and plug this plug in or that plug in, and that just for you know, get you electric, you know. I can remember the electric they go in the bathroom, you know. And like for us to bathe on that, we used to have to put up about 3 torches in the ceiling on a string, you know, and have the light shining down in the water that we can see we self-bathing on them things, you know. Can even remember when Auntie Monica used to come around with Marie, that time Mommy bathing me in the bath, and you know, it was just the way Marie was looking me up and down, you know. No, Mommy bathing me and using the rug and that on me. I was about probably 7, 8 them times, but I can always remember, yeah. Yeah, like when Mommy used to bake cake and that, you know, like we used to like go on our good behavior, that when she finished baking all right, that she would give us the bowl, you know, that we can scrape it out and lick it out, and you know, give us the wooden spoon, because Mommy used to have a big wooden spoon and that, you know, like with all the ingredients and that on it, and that was the best part of the cake, you know, because you know, like if we misbehaving on that, she wouldn't give us the bowl, you know, to lick out and that, or even the spoon. But those days was the good days, boy, with the cake, you know. All when Mommy sent me upstairs to bathe, that time Mommy thinks I'm bathing, but it's swimming in the water, you know. And there's sometimes when I didn't want to bathe, you know, me just have my hand in the water, just do so up and down, you know, just to make it sound like say me bathing. But Mommy, more or less, you know, she catch me out in the end, you know, because it's when she come in the bathroom now and she sees say the water empty and that, the water clean, and you know, she knows say me never bathe. That time, you know, I didn't want to bathe for some reason, you know. I use my hand to just make the water, make the little bubbling noise that Mommy thinks says bathing. That time me just standing up in the bathroom, you know, doing nothing. You know, but me just get so, but she just beat me and tell me I'll say me just waste good water, you know, because, you know, the water clean and that, and it was hot at the time, and, you know, yeah, those were the days. Yeah, I can remember when I used to do a lot of swimming, you know, at school and that. Even when me passed me my red badge, my orange badge, and my green badge. And it's after when me pass my green badge, me get to get 6 free pass, you know. I was allowed in the swimming baths for 6 weeks, you know, or for 6 every time me go in and not them tick you off, you know. I had 6 free passes, you know, which was wonderful. Even so, when I was trying to learn to read and write, them times I find it really hard, because I used to have my auntie Sadie really pushing me, you know, to learn to read and write, you know. All I asked me if spell on bread and biscuit and things like that, and I tell you, it used to get to me, you know, but in the end it did work out in the long run, yeah. Or when I used to be a paper boy, I used to like me round, you know. I used to have a nice round down in Technol way. You know, especially like when Christmas was coming on that, I used to knock on certain of my customers them door. I wish them a happy Christmas and happy New Year. And I used to get some big tips from them, you know. Or when Easter time come, I used to get enough money and some big Easter egg off the special customer there. It was wicked. But most mornings I couldn't get up, you know, especially when Daddy used to wake me up on that and tell me to get up, you know, because of work and so forth. And I used to say, yeah, you know, I used to say, yeah, Daddy, and then as soon as Daddy going to work, I just jump back in bed and go to sleep. Many a times in come back in the whole store, that time he thinks I'm going to work, and he's not working, gone and just come back and sneak in and catch me, you know, and ask me if I'm not going to do my paper round because it's late. Yeah. Although I'm going many years back, you know, think at the time I used to get something like £2.50 doing the paper run, and that was from Monday to Sunday. You know, and I used to start about 7 in the morning and finish about, say, 10:30. No, I tell a lie, about 7 in the morning and finish about 8:30. But, you know, like working for £2.50 and that, you know, that was like a bonus in me pocket money and that, you know. Because as weekend come on up, I just go and buy fish and chips. And, you know, if I had enough, I'd buy a piece of chicken breast, you know. And more time, we used to bring a lot of the old newspapers down the chip shop down in Chapel Ash. So the man named Vince would give me a lot of fish and chips. And if not, you know, give me a lot of batter bits and some scallops. Yeah, man. You know, so my mom did have a pressure cooker. But me sure says she also did have a Prestige cooker. Remember the Prestige cooker? Yeah, I don't know if them was bigger than the pressure cooker, but me sure mommy used to have a Prestige cooker as well as a pressure cooker. Alright, but I remember them. Also the vanity case, which me already bring up. Can remember when I used to sneak out of the house enough time, you know, especially to go skating on the roller drum. No more time, mommy thought me was upstairs doing my homework. No time me sneak out the back, you know. Either climb out my bedroom window and down on the kitchen roof to go skating. You know, it's only like when we come back now, like 10, 11 o'clock at night, that is when we face the music with mommy. You know, but we used to sneak out enough time, you know, whether we going disco or whether we going to a club or somewhere, you know. And more time, you know, it was pointless me asking mommy if we can go disco, because we know exactly what she'd say. She'd just say, disco, take off your clothes and go read your book, boy. Yeah. Yeah, more time if me was bad or naughty at home and mommy couldn't take no more. She used to tell me if I go in the corner and saw a board. That time when me first see about saw board, me thought say she did mean like if you get a piece of wood and saw the board. But it wasn't. We'd have to go in the corner and hold one ears and one on my foot, and me have to stand, stand in the corner with on one foot and holding one ears, and that means that I couldn't move. And more time when mommy was sewing and that or trying to get some rest and that, I used to just give enough trouble. So me used to have to just go in the corner and saw board car. Remember, mommy did have a pedal sewing machine, you know, the one that she had to rock with her foot back and forward on that. That time she's sewing, whether if it's a dress or making some clothes for my sister them, or even making 2 brief and 2 panty for me.